Alright, in CRS 301, we're going to take a look at the filtering capability of the analyzer. We're going to start out with the master filter, and then we'll look at sub-level filters. The master filter is located up on the toolbar and makes available specific fields that have information within. Logbook Pro is smart and is only going to provide you filtering capabilities for columns of data that have information logged and are filterable. You can also see that your custom time fields are showing, custom yes, no. So Logbook Pro is smart to only show fields that have the data and are configured, such as the fields that are available in the options custom area. When picking a master filter, what happens is Logbook Pro is going to take a field. Let's take cross country, for example. I'm going to select cross country, and I'm going to have Logbook Pro filter all flights, all entries that have a cross country value logged. In other words, there's time logged in the cross country column. And this provides a very unique capability. As you can see now, I've only got 90 flights where I had 800 and some this year. Remember, we're looking at just 2002 data right now. Now what I'm looking at, if I scroll over to the cross-country column, you'll see I'll have an entry in all rows. But it's gone back to our logbook and filtered by my cross-country column to show only columns that have an entry in it. Many people email us and say, hey, how do I find out how much night cross-country time I have? Well, or other type of cross-field references. The two ways you can do that. You can either do a master filter on night and then look at your cross-country totals, or you can do a master filter on cross-country and look at your night totals. So in this particular case, my night cross-country time is 12.1 hours, and as well as specific, to aircraft here in the S300C, 6.3 hours of night cross-country. Remember, we are filtered by cross-country in this current display. And then if you want to reset it back, we can go back to all data, and then we've got our, it was 1,157 flights here in 2002. Up here at the top, it shows us what our current, from 2000 and 2002, shows us what our current filter is set to. So I'm looking at the first of the year 2000 up to the current date, which is December 28th, 2002. So that is the data I'm showing. So that's a quick overview of the master filter. All right, you can choose any of these filters by selecting it. Logbook Pro will immediately filter the data to that column of information. Well, some extremely high speed and extremely capable filtering rests right within the analyzer area. If you look at this row up top, the shaded drop downs, we can actually click the arrows, and you can see that Logbook Pro is smart and it knows what data is within. I've got all the way back 1970s data within this particular logbook data file, but remember, I'm filtered here to 2000, 2002, and it knows that. It knows, obviously, with those years you're going to have 4 quarters and the different months available. Maybe I only want to see 2002 data. Instead of going back to the calendars and picking 2002 dates, I can go ahead right here within the analyzer in extremely high speed. Watch, as soon as I click this arrow to collapse this menu, I'm looking at 1157 right now. I'm going to immediately bring it down to the 2002 data, which is 814 flights, 324.9 hours. In a flash, I have filtered the analyzer display. We've also got every field for the aircraft-specific information here. All right, now you can see at this particular resolution, I'm running at 800 by 600 here, I can't get all the fields displayed. So these arrows will appear to identify that there are more fields that you can choose for filtering. So just click the arrows left or right, and we can take a look at the information. These filters work the exact same way. We can look at whether, let's just look at the, we don't want the glider, we don't want the turbojet, we don't want the unpowered. Let's just look at our piston time, and look, we're at 1157 right now, and we've dropped 1133 with a very quick filter right here on the top portion. We can also choose, again, we've got the dark shaded with a drop-down arrow, which means there's a filtering capability available. We can actually choose which aircraft types we want, and let's just let the Cessna values remain. And again, this is based on the 2000 to 2002 data. You might say, hey, where's my Cessna 150 time? Well, that was back in 1970s, and I'm not looking at that data right now. As soon as I collapse this drop-down area, I'm going to now see my data filtered based on that capability. So that's a quick overview of the filters available within the Logbook Pro Analyzer. You start out with a date filter, and then we have a master filter on the toolbar, and then you have your sub-level filters that are the dark shaded drop-downs where you can get a very unique data mining capability out of Logbook Pro. Hope you learned something from Series 301 on the Analyzer and filtering.